Hey everyone, in this video I'd like to share with you how I am warming up for my climbing session. I try my best nowadays to warm up before climbing because I have a finger injury. So this warm-up will be divided into 3 parts. First is some kind of cardio, second activation of the muscles, and third easy climbing on the wall. For this warm-up you will need an elastic band, some kind of object. So here I'm using a tiny ball, but you could use a yoga block or a brick if you have one nearby, and also a pull-up bar. So without further ado, let's get started with the first part, cardio. So for my cardio part, I started to use a rowing machine recently. Absolutely a newbie with this, so if you would like to correct my technique, very welcome, as I didn't have any professional guidance with that. If you don't have a rowing machine at your climbing gym, absolutely not a problem, because you could do absolutely anything for this cardio part. If you're cycling to a climbing gym or running, that's perfect, that's absolutely enough in my opinion. Or if you could do some jumping jacks or skip the rope, something that elevates your heart rate. Usually I'm always quite cold when I arrive to a climbing gym, so this really helps to make my hands warmer. And if you are following along together with this video, you're welcome to pause this, as I won't be recording myself for the straight 2 or 3 minutes while I'm rowing. And then you're welcome to come back to this video. That feels enough for me. I'm also using sandals because it's summer. Okay, let's go to the second part. In this muscle activation part, my goal is to activate the muscles that I will be using for climbing, and I want to explore a different range, variety of movements of different joints, especially the shoulder and the hip. So let's start with the elastic band. Your foot holds the band, and let's elevate the arms high and then lower them down. And here you can increase the difficulty by having a thicker band. So I do around 10 of those. Okay, then another one where I open the hands away from me and elbows are staying more or less in the same space. Yes, nice. Now grabbing the band with one hand and another hand holds it, and I extend and I bend. And here with these elastic bands, I try to go quite fast. I'm continuing warming up. So one arm, and then I go to the other arm. Again, remember that you can always increase or decrease the difficulty depending on the band you're choosing. Nice. And then I take the band and I just go in different directions. Just exploring the space around me while there is tension on the band. Maybe swapping the way your palms are facing. And same again, exploring the space around you. So I always say there is no right or wrong movement. And I want to introduce my joints with a big variety of even awkward movements, so that the body is ready. Okay, nice. You can put the band somewhere away. And now let's grab your object. So this can be, as I mentioned, anything that you have, maybe a yoga block. Here I'd like us to focus on the legs as well. So here, to warm up or to activate the back legs, so the hamstrings. So you can push the imaginary object between your glute and your ankle, or you could also put the object in between behind the inner knee. And then we squeeze that object and also bring the knee back behind you. Another option is to elevate onto the tippy toes and reaching the arms high. So here, imagining that you're already on the climbing wall, trying to reach, trying to balance while you squeeze the object. So doing a little bit of this one on one leg, maybe cramping, perfect, passive stretch, and let's go to the other leg as well. So I quite often change the way I'm warming up, but my idea is always to think about the intention, what do I want to warm up, and how this could be useful for climbing. Maybe as well here you could explore by lifting the heel, lowering it down, reaching the arms a couple of times, and at the same time squeezing the object as hard as you can. Yes, nice. Okay, maybe passive stretch. Another one which I really like is external rotation of the hips. Put the object on your knee and then put the elbow on the top. Here, let's squeeze the elbow down and your knee is resisting. You continue to lift the knee high. The other arm reaches up. If this is very easy, you could have a weight on top of your knee and you can squeeze the elbow even harder. And another option is to elevate yourself on the tippy toes as well. Nice. Let's do the other side. Opening the knee to the side, opening up the hips, squeezing the object. The other arm can reach up. And another option is to elevate your heel. Wobbles are great. Okay, nice. Let's check the legs. Another one which is quite nice for our glutes and hamstrings are bridges. So you could lower yourself down on the ground. I hope you can see me here. And then here, lifting the hips up. So the further away your feet go, the harder it might be on your hamstrings. And the closer your feet are, the more intense it might be on your glutes. So you could do a couple with extending the legs slightly more. And also, if this is very easy, you could have an additional weight on top of your hips, so it's a little bit harder for you. Super. Shake the arms, shake the legs. And now let's go to a fingerboard or a pull-up bar. Now I want to do a scapular pull-ups. So arms are straight. We just focus to lift our chest up and down, up and down. So I do these maybe 10, 15. Resting for a moment. And now hanging. I use these big holes on the fingerboard to hang myself. And here as well, we can really adapt this to our own warm-up difficulty. Some people might want to hang on these, other people want to hang on these, other on the jacks. Again, no right or wrong, but we just adapt what feels best for us. Then I shake, and then I hang a couple of more times. Maybe with the toes touching or legs up, depending how my fingers are feeling. If this routine is too long or too short for you, again, you're very welcome to adapt it and take what's useful for you, what resonates, and leave everything else behind. And you're also very welcome to add anything, any posture, any exercise, any movement that you really enjoy into your warm-up routine. And the third part is easy climbing on the wall. I forgot my climbing shoes, but Bonobo climbing gym in Vilnius is renting these, so that's perfect. And whenever I do easy routes on the wall, I really try to be mindful, to be aware how I'm placing my feet and how I'm moving my body. Let's go. So here we go. I hope you found this warming up routine useful. So as mentioned, welcome to take any movements, any postures, what resonated, and add it to your climbing routine. Also welcome to follow along when you are warming up before your climbing session. I know that warming up can be a little bit hard because of course we want to go and climb straight away, but please make sure to warm up so you could climb for many years to come. And this is an invitation for myself as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time for another one.